Lizzie Jack.
And I'm Kaitlin Loughlin.
And this is Keeping Up with the Clockers.
In this episode, we continue to visit some local nonprofits to see all of the good work they are doing for our community.
Last time, we visited the High Flight program of the Metro West YMCA. And this time, we went to Inner City Weightlifting in Dorchester, a program which takes inner city kids off the streets through the power of weightlifting. Let's check it out.
We are here talking to Jon Feinman, the founder of the nonprofited Inner City Weightlifting.
So, John, what made you want to start Inner City Weightlifting?
I did a year of AmeriCorps straight out of undergrad in 2005, 2006, and my role is to get young people involved in after-school sport-based activity. And I gravitated towards a group of young people in a gang called MS-13, and these were the young people with guns and machetes in their hands, and really driving a disproportionate percentage of violence in the area. And everyone told me not to go near them. They were too dangerous. They were never going to change their lives around. And here I was, this 22-year-old little white guy playing soccer with these guys, and I got to know them for who they were. And I also got to see the challenges that they were up against. One being the level of segregation and isolation they faced, sometimes in the obvious form, but much more often in this more subtle form of not having a network to access or even be aware of any of the opportunities that were out there. I also saw that there was this confusion between lack of care and lack of hope. Everyone thought our students didn't care, and therefore they just wrote them off because they're never going to change. The fact was they cared so much that they were willing to lose their life to a bullet or jail to protect what little they had. What they lacked was hope for an alternative path that could lead to more positive outcomes. And the third piece was that I saw that while at times they're making decisions I wouldn't agree with, those decisions were based on the logic of the circumstances they were in, and furthermore based on this love and support for each other that very few others were willing to show them. And just from getting to know them, from getting to see who they were as the people they were, not the decisions that too often define them, it left me incredibly inspired and motivated to try to do something. And weight training happened to be this positive common interest that could, if nothing else, get some of these young people off the streets into the gym. And from there it became much more about the community and the relationships we were building and a more inclusive network that we were forming around each student.
Can you tell me about the backgrounds of some of the people who have come here?
Sure. So most of the young people we work with have been shot, all except for a couple have done significant jail time. The age range is 12 through 36. Our 12-year-old was part of 3 armed robberies with a gun. Our 36-year-old has been shot 7 different times, 8 times altogether. So the young people we work with really are at this highest risk for violence. They come from family incomes of less than $10,000 per year. Generally speaking, like I said before, they're very cut off from the rest of the world because of some of the decisions that they or others around them have made. They find a real hard time accessing or being aware of any of these other opportunities. That being said, one of the things that's so amazing that happens in the gym every day is that we have people from 6- and 7-figure backgrounds, people who have never known anyone who's been in jail before, paying our students for a training session as we get them certified as personal trainers. And all of a sudden it goes way beyond the economic mobility and the job that's created. But all of a sudden these people from different worlds are meeting each other and getting to know each other for who they are. And all of a sudden you understand this complex social issue in a much different way. And each person, the client and the student, are much better people for having known each other.
What type of needs does Inner City Weightlifting have?
So the biggest needs we have right now are staffing. We just expanded to our second full-time facility, so we're now headquartered in Dorchester and also expanded into Kendall Square in Cambridge, where our students can train a larger volume of people, meet people from different backgrounds, and earn a much higher income. Now that we're spread across 2 sites, the biggest challenge we have is can we hire enough staff to now grow to the scale that we want and execute the way and in the timely fashion that we're used to and know how to do and want to, but also so that we can build the leaders of tomorrow as well in our organization. So our goal from here is to open up 2 more locations in Boston, strategically located 5 minutes between pockets of wealth and violence, with the goal of not just reaching more students, but doing that in a way where we create this ripple effect in the community, where people literally living just a block or two away from each other, but essentially a world apart in terms of the networks that one group has versus the other, can meet in the gym and then get to know each other outside the gym. And from there, our goal is to expand nationally in Chicago, Philadelphia, LA, really own these 4 major markets, and then to start to ideally franchise from there.
Do you charge them anything?
Our students aren't charged anything. If anything, the more often they come here, the more we're able to help them find a job, either through us or through our partnering network. But our clients, on the other hand, the only way they can come in is if they purchase a $25 training session. Money goes to our students, creating a job for them, but again, also more important, creating social inclusion, where our students all of a sudden benefit from this more inclusive network and access and awareness of all the opportunities that I knew I took for granted growing up.
Why do you attempt to keep your nonprofit so secretive?
So, getting back to the question as to who our target students are, because we do work with young people who either are actively involved in the streets or have been, we really need to make sure that we're taking their own safety concerns and needs into consideration. So we don't mix young people from rival backgrounds. We do work with young people from rival backgrounds, but at different sites. And one of the things that's so amazing for our students when they come here is it's one of the few times a day that they don't have to look over their shoulder to see who might be out there, who might be looking for them. And the truth is, no one wants to end up dead or in jail. But our students have had a series of circumstances happen to them and some decisions that they've made that have now led to those 2 outcomes being the most likely. And when they're in a positive environment, when they're in a positive community where they don't have to worry about their safety, where they feel empowered with control over their future, we see them time and time again taking those more positive options. They just need that opportunity to have that.
Can you tell me about a couple of lives that have changed?
Sure. Yeah, so I guess I'll start with myself. I wake up every day, and granted, they're long days, long nights, long hours, but I couldn't be happier to be a part of our students' lives and for our students to be a part of my life. And I know the world in a much different way now than I did when I first moved to Boston in 2005, 2006. Granted, I was working with this particular group in East Boston at the time, but I didn't know much about Dorchester, Mattapan, Roxbury. I didn't know much about the struggles that the young people growing up in some of these neighborhoods face and the ripple effect it has on the community. And today I'm much more aware of it, and I'm a better person for it. I'm able to think much differently. I'm able to look at my own life and appreciate some of the things that I grew up getting the benefit from, both growing up and today. And I get to see the world in a very different way. And again, I think it's part of the powerful part about all of our students is that they get to see the world in a different way and be seen by the world in a different way. So rather than dipping too deeply into any student's stories, I figure Averick, wherever he is, can probably tell you more about the lives that get changed here every day. And one thing that I would add to it is that it's not just our students' lives that are changing, it's our clients' lives, it's our staff's lives, it's everyone who comes in contact with our students. They're better people for it, and we couldn't be more appreciative.
Thank you, Mr. Feinman. It was really nice visiting you, and thanks you so much for having us.
Thank you, guys.
So we're here with Averick. This is one of Mr. Feinman's student trainers. So what do you like about the program?
It's everybody's nice, everybody helps you in here, everybody has courtesy, like it's just I come here to have fun, and basically learn more things and opportunity in life. So yeah.
Do you think it has changed your life for the better?
Oh yeah, definitely it has, because I'm in here so much that, like basically everything outside of here that's negative, like I can't focus on because I'm always in here working out or doing personal training. So yeah, definitely.
Thank you for talking to us, Averick. program really helps everyone. The student weight trainers, the people who go there to get in shape, and the whole community. It really was an amazing experience to see this program, and we wish them all the best with their plans for expanding into more locations. While we were there, we even got to work out a little.
And that's it for this edition of Keeping Up with the Clockers. In our next show, we're going to be interviewing the Bay Pass Humane Society. I'm Lizzie Jack.
And I'm Kaitlin Loughlin.
See you next time.